welcome to another episode of Capital City News. I'm your host, Stephanie Sewer.
And I'm your host, Yusuf Mogg.
We are here in Washington Square Park in preparation for the Living Traditions Festival.
Living Traditions, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We got food, dancing, culture, food. Can't wait.
But in this episode of Capital City News, we're talking local art, budgets, and
flags, and housing, and even mariachi. You know, sometimes I feel like Max. Sometimes distracted, sometimes disorganized, but always trying my best. You know who doesn't have to try their best and is actually doing it? Escalante Elementary and their mariachi ensemble, the first of its kind in Salt Lake City School District. And we got the opportunity to see them perform on the steps of City Hall for Cinco de Mayo.
I am so excited to see the beauty and the culture that is home in District 1 to continue to grow and for us to give these young people a stage.
it's budget season and the 2026 city budget is out. The mayor has a knack of keeping things simple, so let's take a look at what she has to say.
Much like our 2021 fiscal year budget, this year's budget proposal is shaped by economic uncertainty, not just for our residents here in the city, but far beyond. Stock markets are volatile, prices are increasing, tariffs are fluctuating, the consumer sentiment index is in decline. And yet, despite all this, incredible things are happening right here in our city. We are doubling down on our commitments to public safety. We're strengthening our infrastructure. We are continuing historic investments in affordable housing. And I can say with confidence that this budget proposal allows these efforts to continue steadily, reliably, and responsibly. And I'm proud to say that no uncertainty will prevent this city from doing what we do best, taking care of our residents and keeping them safe. No matter what happens, we are not changing who we are. We're not backing away from our responsibilities or our values that define this city, even as fear and instability ripple across this nation. We are steady, we are present, we are here for you. In good years and in hard years, Salt Lake City shows up. We care and we lead with purpose. This budget is a reflection of that commitment. It's not flashy, but it is strong, and it's built to protect what matters most.
Upward mobility can be hard, and that's why Salt Lake City is trying to address that with new developments like Project Spark. It's got affordable housing, childcare services, and it's right on a transit line, giving people the opportunity to leave their child in trusted care, take public transit to work, and come home to a safe place that they can be proud of.
The Spark project is a great example of a lot of our goals coming together in one project. Affordable housing, neighborhood redevelopment, family-sized housing, and childcare options all put together in one building. Families will live there, they will be able to raise their kids within this wonderful, vibrant North Temple corridor and do so at an affordable rate. And that is meaningful, not just because of what it does for our city, but most importantly, what it does for those individual families that will call this home.
Next up, art meets activism at the Wake the Great Salt Lake Billboard Bash. 2 billboards, 1 artist, and a very salty future depending on how we care for our lake. Let's take a look at Nick Pedersen's Here Today, Gone Tomorrow.
When When I set out to make this work, I wanted it to make an impact. We all know the Great Salt Lake is in trouble. Scientists have been writing articles and doing research and telling us these things and trying to get us to pay attention for years. And so that's the idea with this project, is how do you raise awareness? How do you get people to pay attention and understand the issues? And so what I thought to do was a billboard. It's like the biggest thing you could do to get people's attention. And so I think my role as an artist is to help scientists visualize these ideas, these things that they're telling us. And in my work, I try to create these hypothetical futures that hopefully give people a more emotional understanding of things. And I try to show ideas of what could happen on one side and what is possible on the other side. What I want people to understand is this importance of the Great Salt Lake to our region. I think a lot of people view the Great Salt Lake and that area as this sort of wasteland that's out there, that's separate from us, when in reality it plays a major role in our atmosphere, our air quality, and it's home to 10 to 12 million birds that migrate through every year. So it's actually one of the most productive ecosystems in North America. We need to protect it and fight for it in any way we can, whether it's through art, science, activism, performance. For me, this project was a way that I could make my voice heard and reach as many people as possible to inspire hope and action.
Did you know that Merriam-Webster defines a flag as a usually rectangular piece of fabric of distinctive design, commonly used as a symbol? Well, Salt Lake City's flags are no exception. They're a symbol of a united city and its people, and a message that Salt Lake City believes in you and loves you. And in case you missed it, we got 3 new ones.
As mayor, I have a duty to lawfully uphold the values of our nation, state, and our city. I know that the values of diversity, equity, and inclusion are not only right and just, but they are fundamental to America. Today, more than ever before, symbols hold incredible power to unite us. In a time when so much uncertainty, so much fear threatens to divide us, our city symbols must leave no doubt that we are a united city and a united people.
And in this week's History Minute, we dive into the fascinating history of Salt Lake City's flags. Our first flag had a wagon and some seagulls, because nothing says city pride like wooden wheels and angry birds.
On September 23, 1969, Salt Lake City formally adopted its first city flag. The mostly white flag honored the city's pioneer roots with a beehive shape filled in with a view of the valley, framed by seagulls and pioneers, along with the slogan, "This is the place." This flag flew over the city and county building for many years and served the city well. In the early 2000s, Mayor Rocky Anderson hoped that the flag of Salt Lake City could be more inclusive than just the pioneer heritage it depicted. A design contest was held. Participants from all over the city and the world submitted designs that would need to be approved by the city council. In February of 2005, the council saw the 3 final designs the contest yielded and decided that none of them would be the winner, and asked for the mayor to go back to the drawing board. In October of 2006, a final design was finally agreed upon and replaced the old flag with a 4-2 vote from the council.
Well, that's it for another episode of Capital City News. A lot of budget talk, a lot of flag talk this week, so if you're still with us, thank you. Remember, this is your best way to stay informed and engaged with Salt Lake City government. You can do that by following us on social media at SLCGov, tuning into Channel 17, or subscribing to us on YouTube.
Signing out from the English Garden inside of the Salt Lake City Public Library.